Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Heidi Pascal, and I am the Senior Director of Experiential Marketing and Training / ASSA ABLOY Academy for the Opening Solutions Division here at ASSA ABLOY. So again, thank you for joining us. We have a lot of exciting things to talk about. Our goal here today is to raise awareness of ASSA ABLOY Academy. A lot of folks understand that we offer all this programming, but really what does it entail and how can we better improve your experience and your knowledge in the door and hardware industry? So we've done some restructuring of our organization as well as some new platform and digital transformation activities. So we're going to quickly review all of that. And then I'm going to turn it over to Tom Seidel, who we'll introduce in a moment, to walk you through all the capabilities that ASSA ABLOY Academy has to offer. We have quite a few folks on the phone today, so I would just ask that you remain on mute and ask any questions in the Q&A section. And again, really excited. We've got a lot of customers on board as well as internal folks. And again, this is really going to help you guys. We're really going to try to demonstrate the power of training as it relates to the door and hardware industry. So first things first, we did do a little bit of a shuffle to our programming, and I'm not going to walk you through line by line this org chart, but wanted to just show you that we have dedicated resources to all facets of training. So we actually have dedicated resources and subject matter experts in a varying capacity. So we have a person who is dedicated specifically to professional development. So all of our professional development programming, whether it's for a sales rep or an internal person or customized programming for our customers, we can offer that for you. We also decided to dedicate a person to our back-end operations of ASSA ABLOY Academy, the backbone of how we deliver our online and virtual instructor-led training to you. So that person is dedicated to the platform and reporting and analytics and really trying to help us determine the next course of action and to help better curate content for you. Again, I'm going to introduce Tom in a second, but we also have promoted Tom to Training and Education Manager. So what he does is handle the day-to-day operations of the entire training program. So he has 4 subject matter expert training specialists that roll up into him. They're all extremely knowledgeable in their own right and in their swim lane, but definitely have many, many years of industry experience that rolls up into Tom. We also have a dedicated resource that handles our certification, certified installer program. So as customers want to become certified specifically with our access control product line, we have a person who's dedicated to helping curate content for that. And I'm very excited to announce that we have an open position. We're getting ready to post it momentarily for a training content development manager. And that person is not only going to be able to identify content gaps, but also help us to determine what's the best method of delivery of our training. So is it an academy course? Is it online? Is it virtual? Is it a white paper? Is it a video? All the varying methodologies to training in today's environment, that person is going to help us take us to the next level. So Tom, you can move to the next slide. So as I mentioned, the organization as a whole is going through a huge digital transformation, and Academy is no exception. We are working towards a more user-friendly, experience-oriented learning experience platform. What that means is when you go online and you want to take an online course with Academy, or you're searching for content or courses for you, that backbone, that platform is going to be more of a customer-friendly experience for you. Think of it, it will be able to deliver and serve you up content in a very similar way that Netflix does. So it is all based on your searching. So when you go into that system, if you're a contract hardware distributor and you're looking for something very specific, you can enter it in, and then we'll start feeding you content based on what your search options were. So we're really excited about that platform. There's a lot of capabilities there, and that is getting ready to be launched in June. And we also are working on a new experience-driven website. So it doesn't matter what platform it is, it's called Adobe Experience Manager, but that also is going to be a lot more user-friendly and a lot easier to find and search for our programming. And that should be launching at some point in February. Tom, you can go to the next slide. So with that all being said, I am going to turn it over to Tom Seidel. As you can see from his list of credentials, he's extremely experienced in the door and hardware industry. He's been with the company for 19 years, but 30 years in the industry. So what's so exciting about this is that he's been in varying capacities with our organization. So he's seen things on the end user perspective. He's been a specification writer. He's been a distribution sales rep, and of course, most recently, a training specialist. So he's got a broad range and a huge scope of information and experience to share with you today. And he's going to walk you through, again, all of the capabilities and features that Academy has to offer. And as I mentioned, over the next 6 months, you're going to see a lot of new initiatives being launched from us, but this will give you an idea of what you can do to hit the ground running and really up your game in the door and hardware industry. So Tom, you can take it away.
Thanks for the warm welcome, Heidi. Welcome everyone to this ASSA ABLOY Academy virtual training session. Today, we'll cover all of the training and services available through ASSA ABLOY Academy. We're going to preview a couple of our enhanced programs as Heidi discussed. Our goal is to arm you with information to better articulate the benefits of the Academy to both your customers and also to allow our distribution customers an insight to what is available to them. My portion of the session should last 30 minutes or so. During the session, the lines are muted. You can use the Q&A button to ask questions, to type in the questions as we go along. Katie Flower is also on the call. She will be moderating the questions at the end, as well as answering any questions as they pop up. Again, we will reserve time at the end of the session to cover all of the questions that you have. Within 24 hours, you'll get an email from Zoom, which is your proof of attendance for the class if you are submitting this to your employer. We do not normally issue certificates of completions for these short trainings, but if you need something specific, reach out. Let's get things started. ASSA ABLOY Academy is the training arm of ASSA ABLOY Door Security Solutions. We offer trainings that are relevant to everyone associated in the openings industry. Registration in the Academy is free, and many of the courses that we provide are also free of charge and open to anyone. We're proud of our training program offerings. We feel that we are the best training team in the industry. Our goal at the Academy is to provide high-level training to everyone in the openings industry, regardless of their skill level. We offer both online and in-person training paths. We can also do hybrid or virtual training when required. Again, the training is appropriate to everyone in the industry. We can accommodate skill levels from the novice or new employee to the advanced or old timers like myself. Our training offerings are not one size fits all. We balance our training to meet the needs of the audience. Whether you're an installer and you need technical information, or if you're an architect and needs review of the features and benefits, you can find what you need here at the Academy. At the heart of our training is our learning experience platform, ASSA ABLOY Academy. From this site, you can navigate and choose relevant training sessions, both in person as well as online. For our online programming, there are courses that range from entry level to advanced. All of the online content is available to our customers at no charge and allows for self-paced learning. For our industry partners who manage staff, we offer what is called career path management, also known as the My Team functionality. With the My Team program, managers can assign trainings to their staff and also track their progress to make sure that they are completing their assigned training. The Academy platform also houses information about every class that you've taken, either online or in person. Everything that you do in the Academy will process through to your transcript. Your transcript keeps a record of all classes you've attended and certificates that you've completed for the classes, with the completion hours actually listed on the certificates themselves. You can use those certificates for continuing education with several of our industry partners, such as DHI or ALOA, or any state certifications, such as North Carolina Locksmith licensing allows our training. State of Louisiana allows our training, as well as several other organizations. We are making changes to the learning platform to increase the functionality of the system, as well as improving the quality of the interface that Heidi had talked about earlier. We're very happy that we're moving forward and making it easier for our customers to do business with us. Our instructor-led training at ASSA ABLOY Academy. While on the Academy site, you'll be able to search and apply to attend our in-person training events. We have over 40 standard training events that are regularly scheduled at several locations across the country. We can also provide specialized training by request at our training centers. Occasionally, we are asked to provide our training at remote locations such as distributors' offices, architectural firms, etc. Even job site locations can be done. When we look at our classes, I'm not going to go through all 40, but some of the ones that we do most often and we're most proud of is our Door Opening Essentials class, which is great for up-and-coming distribution reps, as well as our distributor partners. It covers the gamut from estimating to takeoff to basic product information. Our Electronic Opening Solutions class deals with electromechanical hardware and access control products. We offer a hollow metal frame installation training program in our Ontario, California location that is second to none. We have a door controls workshop where we talk about all of the different control methods for controlling a door. We offer Master Key Solutions class, which covers all of our brand products and master keying basics. We also do specific brand trainings for each one of our operating companies, Corbin Russwin, Sargent, Yale, Medico, etc., where we can target those towards distributors, towards end users for servicing product, and also keying workshops for end users. Like the online courses, these will be recorded into your transcript. You always have record of attending those classes. Most of the courses that we offer, our in-person classes, are also free of charge, with the majority of the costs being covered by the operating companies. A few of those classes do have costs associated with them. Those are when they're tied into certifications and things like that. We may need to collect a fee on those classes. The classes themselves are free, but the attendees are responsible for their own travel and lodging. Our main training center locations. We've tried to spread them out across the country to convenient locations. First and foremost is our training center in New Haven, Connecticut, at our corporate offices in New Haven. We also have another training center right up the road in Berlin, Connecticut. Russell Corvo manages those both of those locations, and will be providing most of the training there. Guy Robinson runs our Ontario, California training center. We have a training center in Dallas that Chad Tibbetts handles, and Katie Flower assists there as well. Two additional training centers, Chicago, Illinois, and Atlanta, Georgia, where Katie handles the majority of the training in those centers. I myself help out in those locations as well as time permits. We also have what we call alternate training locations in Monroe, North Carolina, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Kent, Washington, and Kansas City, Missouri. For our Canadian partners, we have an ASSA ABLOY training center in Vaughan, Ontario as well. I've mentioned the in-person trainings. We are starting to fill out our schedule for in-person trainings, which will all be based around the COVID protocols in place at that time. But we are trying to get back to our customers. With the advent of COVID-19 travel restrictions a few years ago, we were able to pivot several of our in-person trainings to a virtual format. We use online platforms such as Microsoft Teams or Zoom to accomplish these trainings. We offer basic 1-hour sessions as well as multi-hour and multi-day sessions, depending on the class requested. We're also working with our operating companies to create quality video training content that will be available on demand in sites such as YouTube, as well as others. We'll be expanding these offerings as we move forward to improve the overall customer experience. We also create custom training events that are designed for specific user audience. From access control, certified installer training, to installer training for our Windstorm products, to training for our authorized channel partners, and certified integrator trainings for our access control products. We also partner with some external suppliers where we have done some co-training with the Carpenters Union and the Electrical Union, so they can do training events on our behalf to their students as well. We're very proud to have partnered with the state of Louisiana Fire Marshals to be the official provider of training for their door hardware licensing program, as well as their certification program. We can also customize training based on our customers' needs, such as product evaluations and comparisons, end user servicing classes, facility keying training, things like that. We're open to any requests from the field. In the Academy, Heidi had talked about our career path training. This is a suggested career path training that allows customers ideas for onboarding and continuing education for their staff. Suggestions are blended learning, both online content as well as in-person training session, from introductory level to advanced level type employees. We're making improvements to these career tracks to make them more robust, as well as developing tools for self-assessment to target the training that will be most beneficial to these individuals' skill levels. So we don't have somebody starting at the level 1 when they should be at a level 3. They can decide that for themselves where they fit into the training schedule. The training paths are custom, designed for the type of learner. An architect would want different learning than an end user. A distributor would want something different than a locksmith, and we customize these training suggestions to meet the owner's needs. Foundation training. I'm very proud of our foundation training program. In the 5 years that we've been doing the foundation training, we've put a few hundred people through the class. And what it is, it's a 6-week intensive training designed for new industry professionals. The training takes place at ASSA ABLOY facilities across the country. Week 1 and 2 starts in Connecticut, concentrating on architectural hardware, as well as codes and takeoffs and basic information. Week 3, we travel through the door group facility in Iowa, where we focus on doors and frames. And we end up week 6 at our training center in California, where we discuss electronics and access control. Foundation is a mix of theory and applications, as well as hands-on training. We blend this with online courses as well. I'd mentioned that it is a 6-week program. 4 of those weeks are in-person training. Weeks 3 and 5, the student will be back at their home office location, allowing them to keep pace with the real world, but they will also have a few online classes that week to prepare for the following week's classes. We also have a few pre-work online classes that are required prior to attending the foundation session. The students are immersed into architectural hardware, doors, frames, electronic hardware, access control. The idea behind it is to speed up the onboarding process, as well as equip new learners with the knowledge that they need to succeed in the industry. We liken this to 6 weeks worth of training, equivalent to 1.5 years on the job type training. There is a nomination process to be considered for foundation training. To sign up for this training, the process begins at your local DSS office and must be submitted through the DSS principals or directors of sales. To be included in the training, you have to commit to 6 weeks. There's no cost for the training, but attendees are responsible to get themselves there and to lodge themselves. We also have our mobile instructor-led training, or MIT mobile training vehicle. With this vehicle, we are able to bring localized training to learners that are not near our regional training centers. This flexible training space can be utilized both as a classroom as well as hands-on training site. The training sessions can be the same classes that we offer in our training centers, and they can also be customized based on the local wants and needs of the local territory. By bringing this requested training closer to our customer base, we're offering the most comprehensive training in the industry. ASSA ABLOY Academy also provides training at our industry association trade shows, both national as well as regional events. From time to time, we're also requested to provide training for the local chapters of these business organizations. These training sessions can be generalized to our industry or brand specific at the discretion of the event organizer. Our training presentation library. This is a group of about 30 to 35 training sessions that are available to allow our local DSS representatives to provide local training to their customers. Some of the feedback that we get from distributors is, I want to see more training from my local reps. So we've made a group of training sessions available. They're designed to be single hour-long lunch and learn type sessions, or they can be combined together to provide an entire day's or week's worth of training. Presentations, again, allow for the local rep to provide training when there's no academy, a trainer available. Customers, distributors, please reach out to your local reps for discussions about how to set up these trainings. The reps will be given the instructions and all the information and materials that they need to conduct the training, all of which are housed on the extranet. ASSA ABLOY also offers a wide range of professional development training. This training is designed for our employees as well as some special customized training for our customers. These courses are spearheaded by John Lang, our Director of Professional Development, and Chad Tibbetts from the Academy. Most of these courses are invitation only or done through special request. One of our other newest items is our Code Corner with Katie. We're very proud that our very own Katie Flower has developed a recurring video series with our door hardware nerds. It's called Code Corner with Katie. Katie will discuss requirements, what codes are required in certain areas and how they relate to real world experiences. You can find Code Corner with Katie on LinkedIn as well as YouTube. Here is a link to Katie's most recent discussion on means of egress. If you follow Katie on LinkedIn, you can link right to her trainings, or you can find them on YouTube. We do take our customer feedback very seriously. This is a preview of a new training initiative coming through the Academy. We've received feedback from both end users as well as professional locksmith customers about the difficulty they are having in getting new locksmiths, facility locksmiths, or even professional locksmiths in the locksmith channel. They have a lot of issues hiring and retaining the right people. They say there's a lack of available industry training. With this, we're trying to address those needs. It'll be handled in our ASSA ABLOY Locksmith Academy. There will be 3 different levels of training. Level 1 is the apprentice locksmith training. Level 2 is our journeyman locksmith. Level 3 is our master locksmith. What this will be, it's blended learning with both product training, theory, as well as intensive hands-on learning. This will be a great onboarding tool for use by our customers and end users. Preview of another upcoming virtual instructor-led training session. Chad Tibbetts will be moderating the session on the 21st. The topic will be ICC 500 and FEMA P361, windstorm and tornado door and hardware codes. Also, keep an eye out for the other upcoming virtual sessions, as well as the live sessions that are being scheduled as we speak. We will be returning to in-person training, which will be subject to the COVID restrictions or cancellations based on how things progress with the virus. How do you get involved? Our website is www.assaabloy.com. Since this is a global site, you will need to select Opening Solutions America to reach our site. You do not have to be a registered learner to browse the available training, but to partake in a session, to sign up for one, you will need to be a registered learner. That applies to both online as well as the in-person training. From the ASSAABLOYacademy.com site, you can also find links to videos of our previously recorded virtual training sessions if you would like to return to them at a later date. Thank you everyone for your time today. If you have any additional questions, again, you can reach out to any of us on the Academy team for access control products, EMS, electromechanical products. We also have Roger Schmidt and Russ Anderson available. They are our technical trainers for the EMS products. They would be also happy to answer your questions or schedule training for you as well.